As predicted, the bitter, chaotic election between President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden was huge in 2020. As a result, with millions of votes outstanding, voters anxiously awaiting the end of one of the most consequential elections in the history of the nation will have to wait at least a few days or more to know the results.
That's the decision of the American people. But I'm optimistic about this outcome. Keep the faith, guys. We're gonna win this.
Although Biden holds advantage in the ongoing vote counts, Trump claimed victory during a speech at the White House on Wednesday. Even though a winner has not been elected and there are no reports of irregularities, he claimed that there was fraud and insisted will be going to the United States Supreme Court in the near future.
This is a major fraud in our nation. We want the law to be used in a proper manner. So we'll be going to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Trump has repeatedly insisted, without evidence, that there are major problems with the vote counting and demanded that states that he is in danger of losing stop counting ballots. The country turned violent due to protests in cities across the U.S. as election results began to pour in. The demonstrations came as Donald Trump threatened to sue his way to presidency, launching lawsuits on Wednesday to halt vote counting in 3 battleground states. Trump supporters called for vote counts to be halted. Protesters in Phoenix have been chanting "Stop the steal, count the votes," and insisting remaining ballots to be tabulated after Joe Biden was declared winner in the state. There were demonstrations across the United States on the night after votes were cast, including New York, Seattle, and Portland. Protesters called for a full count of all ballots cast after President Donald Trump claimed victory and called for a halt to counting in key states. Trump supporters confronted with the Black Lives Matter outside the White House. The police were in the place and many people were arrested during the protests. Many people also were arrested when their protests were declared unlawful. Antagonism between opposing sides was high, with conflicts reported across the country, such as the case of Trump supporters that, heavily armed, have taken the streets. In Portland, protesters set fire to the flag of the U.S. and smashed windows at Portland State University. Pennsylvania, Georgia, and North Carolina are the states where the results of the elections remain uncertain. Although many protests and claims have been made, the votes counting are not stopping, and it is expected to have the final results during the course of the day.